My friend and landlord the other day, I was doing laundry. I do laundry downstairs in this giant estate. Laundry's downstairs. It's not a giant estate. But he said, hey Benjie, I overhear you doing your videos and I'm wondering, do you have an affectation when you're doing them? And I thought about it for a second. I'm like, yes, I use a voice that's not necessarily more feminine, but like it's higher and lighter, usually when I'm doing these videos. And I'm trying to have that more often as not my, I try to get that to, elements of that to be more involved in my natural voice. And he asked me, well, what is, your default voice, your natural voice? And I answered, I don't really know. I mean, ever since I was a boy, and boys, a little boy, we're admiring certain things and idols, and I always really liked the classic radio announcer voices. And I did sort of train myself to speak like that deliberately for many years, and some of that started to roll into my default voice. So I trained myself to have this sort of radio announcer type voice. And I've done voiceover sometimes. Occasionally, I do voiceover as I pick up my phone. But that voice is not my natural voice, but it's something I trained myself to do, and it started to creep in to my default or natural or off guard or fully relaxed voice. And, I grew up in Baltimore, so I had a little bit of the Baltimore accent, so I sort of worked, every time I would grab a glass of water or something, I worked on saying water and doing that and enunciating and doing all of those things. So I carried that around for many years, and I still use it on occasionally, and I use it for fun in some of these videos sometimes, and there's the announcer voice at the top of the video. But as I started dressing more femme, I wanted something. Now, I don't know if this voice is feminine to you. It might not be feminine to you. I don't know if I hear it as feminine, but I hear it as lighter. And I feel lighter the way I present myself. And I don't know, do other folks that are having this, do other folks that are, with intention, adjusting their voice, especially to achieve a different way of being perceived and a different way of perceiving themselves. I mean, do you have that struggle of actually making a choice about what your voice is going to be like? And I know for some folks, especially trans folks, there's specific training and whatnot and vocal exercises. I'm not entering that deep into that realm to do this. This is just, I'm playing with things and what I'm finding. And sometimes it's this, and sometimes it's my cutie voice, which kind of comes out a little bit more, depending on my mode and mood. So my voice is fluctuating with my mode and mood, just as when someone's very stressed, they might start being more exacerbated, or their voice might get higher. So is it an affectation? And I'd say yes and no. So the definition of affectation is behavior, speech, or writing that is artificial and designed to impress. Is it artificial? I don't really know what my natural voice is. So I've always had I'm very serious. I have had to play with that over the years. I think when I'm very run down and tired and whatnot, and I'm just is kind of probably somewhere around here is where I fall into. Hey, how's it going? That guy. But it's natural in the sense that there's no intention behind it. But if you're speaking at all with intention, if you're dressing with intention, if you're trying to present something with yourself with intention, is it artificial? I'd say it's presentational is probably a better word for it. So yes, I do use presentational voices, and I'm still finding what my default is going to be. So that's going to switch up, and yeah, that's going to switch up, and I'm still exploring, I'm still discovering that. And I just think this works better for me as a package to myself and as presenting myself to others, how I wish to be perceived and how I wish to be taken, and what mood and mode and what sort of light I wish to have around me. So it is, I guess it's a philosophical question to a degree, though as I'm going on with my journey, I am much more comfortable when people are saying she, and actually I do like she. I may be heading into that they-ish realm. You never know. Life is a big, strange journey, especially for me. My father was a priest, and my mother was a polio victim. True story, but for another time entirely. But, you know, life is a journey. And is this an affectation? Is it false? Am I trying to deceive anybody? No. But I am trying to present something about myself and present something to myself a way I wish to feel, like lighter and freer and higher. And this voice makes me smile, you know, when I'm speaking up higher. It's higher. It's not dragging me down. It's not doing this. And all that being said, that's my preference for myself. If you are a femish person, a femish from Femland, but you still just wish to speak how you speak, or how you've devised to speak in a deeper tone or whatnot, that's fine too. That's your choice, because that's what you want to present about yourself, or how you are presenting yourself. So I'm curious as to other people's, I don't know, journey with their voice. And what do you think of this word affectation? I don't know. I think it has such a negative connotation to it. And for the point of discussion, when people say affectation, I know what they mean. They mean, am I adjusting my voice? Am I deliberately using a voice for a specific purpose? Yes, I am. But there's no like ill intent in that. And I'm fully open about all my other voices and all my other voices and all my other voices. So they're all part of me too. So they'll all come out. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think we concluded anything there, but I think it's an interesting topic to explore. All right. I hope you enjoyed this, folks, and the little dress up today. Have a good night. Stay you. Oh.